Hello everyone, this is Ethan and welcome back to another YouTube video. So this is the Microsoft Xbox Elite Series 2 controller, and it costs $179.99. It is one of the most expensive controllers produced by Microsoft, and it is aimed primarily at competitive gamers such as those who play Call of Duty, Apex Legends, and Fortnite. It has adjustable and removable thumbsticks, remappable back paddles, and buttons that can be mapped to 26 different ways, instant triggers, 3 different user profiles. The controller is compatible with iOS, Android, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S consoles. It is Microsoft's most advanced controller made to date. Opening up the box, the controller comes in this very sturdy case, which also has a USB-C port on the back for charging the controller while it is in the case. The case is very well made, I must say, and it is perfect for packing in a bag for travel. Opening it up, we are presented with the controller and the rest of the accessories. My hat's off to Microsoft on how well organized the controller and the rest of the accessories are. So here is everything that comes in the box. You have the controller, a warranty manual and instructions, a USB-A to USB-C braided charging cable, thumbsticks, a charging stand, and a key to adjust the resistance of the thumbsticks and a D-pad. So first impressions is that the controller feels very comfortable and grippy thanks to its textured skin. Compared to a standard Xbox Series X and S controller, it does feel a bit heavier, which is due to all the components inside the Elite 2. The triggers and bumpers are covered in a metallic silver. You have your Type-C charging port on the back as well as your sync button with the Xbox logo, and of course you have your remappable paddle sticks, which can be easily removed and are very clicky. Here you can see a comparison between the textured grip of a normal Xbox Series X and S controller compared to the Elite 2. I definitely feel the Elite 2 has a better textured grip compared to a normal Xbox controller. The handles are wider than on the Xbox Series X and S controller, which should help with having a steadier grip when playing competitively. Moving to the front, the main difference is that the Elite 2 has a metallic look compared to the normal controller. Both controllers are similarly sized, but the Elite 2 is based on the design of the original Xbox One controller, so it has a touch of a bigger footprint. So the paddle sticks, the D-pad, and the thumbsticks are all magnetic, so taking them off and putting the included ones on is very simple. And then using the included key, you can tighten or loosen the thumbsticks depending on your playing style. So the first time turning on your controller, you will be prompted to update it, which usually takes just a few minutes. So all adjustments to customize the buttons, triggers, and thumbsticks sensitivity and paddles are all controlled in the Xbox Accessories app integrated on your Xbox. There are loads of choices that you can make, and the possibilities are endless from picking which button does what to how sensitive you want the thumbsticks. So you can make up to 3 profiles. You can edit those 3 profiles in the Xbox Accessories app. So let's set one up for example. Go to the Xbox Accessories app, click on Configure, then New Profile, and just for example, we'll name it FPS. Afterwards, click on where it says No Slot and assign it to a slot. I'll assign mine to slot 1. You can make a profile for first-person shooter games or maybe even make one for racing games. Let's now remap a paddle to function as a button. So let's remap the upper right paddle to function as the X button. Simply click on the upper right paddle and press primary and click on X to remap the paddle to the X button. I'll also remap the lower right paddle as well. Right, let's talk about gaming with this controller. Gaming with it has been awesome so far. It is very comfortable to hold for long periods of competitive gameplay. For me though, the most game-changing thing about this controller is the instant trigger function. So traditionally, you have to pull down the triggers all the way in order to get your shot off, which adds precious milliseconds and can result in you losing before you get your shot off. But with the instant triggers, you only have to pull down slightly on the triggers to get your shot off. It's almost as quick as a mouse and can make the difference between getting your kill or getting killed. I find myself doing much better than before with instant triggers in first-person shooter games. You can adjust the triggers to 3 different settings. The first setting is the default one, where the trigger goes all the way down. The second one, the trigger goes halfway down. And the third setting is where the trigger goes only a quarter of the way down. That's the instant trigger function. Another difference maker for me in my gameplay is the remappable paddles. With the remappable paddles, I don't have to move my fingers to the buttons to say reload my weapon or change my weapon, which again saves precious time. You can see here the difference between using the paddles versus using the buttons. Overall, I am loving this controller, and if you're a competitive Xbox gamer, it really is a no-brainer to pick one up, I feel. It's very easy to customize the buttons and thumbsticks, as that is done right on the Xbox Accessories app. The controller is comfortable to hold, and for me when I first used it, it did make a difference in my competitive gameplay. And I have never owned a Pro controller before. Now, I do plan on getting a Scuf Instinct Pro controller for the Xbox in the near future, so make sure to subscribe for when that video comes out. I also will be comparing these two to see which one is the better Pro controller. I also just ordered the Reflex FPS controller for the PS5, and it should be arriving sometime next month, and a video will be done on that one. Well, we've just made it to the end of another video, so thank you, I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications to not miss my next upload. Until next time.